You're listening to Birds Coast to Coast. Here's your host, John Clark and Tanner Riddle.
What's going on, everyone? This is John for Birds Coast to Coast. I got my guy Tanner on a little bit of a change up in terms of how we do our production here. He's joining us via his phone, which isn't the most I would say typical setup we have here, but we're doing what we can, and it's working well. Tanner, are you coming in loud and clear?
Testing 1 2 testing.
Pretty good. I'll take it. All right, guys. I'll
As good as it's gonna get.
Good as it's gonna get. All right, so we're here to kind of talk about the let's see, we did the AFC over-unders last week in terms of their wins, and this week what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with the NFC. We also had some parlays that we really felt were good in terms of like some teams that we really liked in terms of what teams could really go over the win total. And did we have an under? I don't know if we picked an under or we did three overs. I forget which ones we did. But
we just did our three favorites.
We did our three favorites. That's right.
Yeah.
So we're going to hit you with the NFC teams this week. And obviously, since we're kind of rolling through training camp, I don't really think there's any too many updates from training camp. Not many injuries from either of our teams. I mean, Marvin Harrison's been looking up and down from what I saw.
I saw
Jeremiah
a low light
Love
package and it wasn't good.
Jeremiah Love apparently still splitting team reps with the god Tyler Algier. Okay, before we get started, do you think that's just coach speak, or do you think Jeremiah Love will still probably be like the bell cow? You feel a little worried yet, Mr. 1.01?
In a redraft league, my antennas would be up.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see how we're all in for this year. We'll kind of expose it when we go over the over-unders for the Cardinals. Why would you overutilize him in his rookie year when hopefully this is the worst team he's ever on? So I think there could be some truth to it. In a dynasty league, I mean, I'm not worried. If you're trying to win this year, maybe, but long term, I wouldn't be too concerned. I think he will be the bell cow. I think he'll eventually be like the Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs type. But I could see him. You know how like Bijan's kind of had to like split carries at times, especially at the goal line with Tyler Algier. I could see that. I mean,
yeah, me
makes
too.
sense to me.
I could absolutely see that. Honestly, it explains why they brought in Algier in the first place. I mean, someone who has that experience kind of bringing on like a stud rookie running back and not feeling as though he's going to feel slighted to be in that position because he's been in that position his entire career. So really
I want every carry he has. I want every carry he has to matter. And I think these might be the least, meaningful carries. So why give him 400 touches this year when it might not matter? I think by year 3, we could be a playoff team.
Like, the talent's there. Like, we have nothing. Yeah. It seems as though, like, running back is such an easy position to be like, wow, that guy has it, or wow, that guy doesn't have it. Like, if it's pretty easily identifiable that he has it, then you're, like you said, you're just adding tread to the tires for no reason, or wearing tread down on the tires for no reason. So, yeah. And Marvin Harrison Jr., I will say, look, I saw some low lights, but the guy's coming around. All right, he's looking good.
There have been some pretty good catches.
Yes.
There was that one sideline catch where he got 2 feet in, and that looked pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling good. Quickly before we get started again, what do you think? What do you expect from Carson Beck tonight? Do you expect him to go more than a couple drives? Do you expect him to get a lot of action, or what do you think?
I think he goes somewhere between 1 to 2 quarters. I think he could.
Wow.
I think he could get up to a full half. I would love to see him play the full game. I just know it won't happen. I think most optimistically, I think he'll play the first half. I think at the very least he'll play the first quarter. But I could also see a world where he just does like 2 drives, and it just seems so pointless if that's what ends up happening.
Yeah, that'd be my worst case scenario. I would hate it if it's just 2 drives, because you want to see him throw the ball. You want to see him take chances. You want to see what he looks like.
It'll be vanilla, no matter how long he plays. It'll be vanilla.
Yeah,
I know we joked about this earlier, but throw an interception. Like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. See what kind of connection you have with your receivers. See actually, here's the first drive for him. That's exciting. No, I'll try to pay attention. Like, just test out your limits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see what you got. All right, Tan Man. Before we get any more people hopping off because we keep stalling, let's go ahead and get started.
Let's do it.
What team do you want to start with?
I say we start with the North and then the South, and then we'll save our divisions for the last two. How about that? So
Okay,
let's start with
good
the
idea.
North.
Good idea.
Let's start with last year's division champ, the Chicago Bears. Want me to go ahead and tell you what the over under is first?
Yeah. Tell me what the number is, and we'll go above or beyond, above or below.
Over or under 9.5.
Ooh, Bears. That's a tough division. That's a really tough division. What is Vegas telling us? They're a hot team right now. A
The
lot of
under
people are
is
high on the
minus
Bears.
120. So that it seems like most people are saying under. Isn't that what that means?
Really? They think it's gonna
Minus
That's
120.
incredible.
The
I was
over is
thinking that
plus
people were
100.
Oh my goodness. Do they have a tough schedule or something? That's my first thought. Because
The
you think of
division's
these
tough.
quarterbacks. Division's tough. I get it.
That's
Division's
six
tough.
tough games, yeah.
My thought is the winner of that division. I mean, I don't want to say we'll probably win 11 or 12, like 10 or 11 games, because you see the Lions, take off with 12 or 13 every so often. So I don't know if that's the case. I feel over. I don't know. I feel like if Caleb Williams develops the way that everyone is saying he should develop, then this should be an easy over.
I
don't know. What do you think?
I don't really see how they got worse this offseason.
No, me neither.
Maybe another year under Ben Johnson. I mean, they won 11 games last year, and it kind of, that included a couple tough games in the beginning of the year. So I feel pretty good about the Bears. I think that might be the team that I picked to win the division. Uh, I'm with you, and I mean to get the over at plus money too. Carson Beck first down. Get plus money for it too. I think this could be a division winner that wins 11 games. Maybe it's like the 3, maybe 4 seed. I don't know. I don't know about the 4 seed, but like 11 wins at the 3 seed, but that's a worthy top seed just based off like schedule and division. I would take the over on this one.
Wow. I mean, and it's not just Caleb Williams that they're looking for next year-to-year growth impacts. I mean, I've heard Luther Burden's name in so many fantasy circles. Like, he's supposed to just jump out of the gym this year in terms of like his progression. That the coach won't stop talking about how awesome he is. And I know it's just coach speak, and camp rhetoric seems to be very very loose and flippant this early on in camp. So you can't always you got to take what they say with a grain of salt. But I mean, the numbers backed up what Luther Burden did in limited role last year. He was like top 5 in yards per route ran. But the dude's got talent, and Roma Dunze seems to be often injured, and it really does feel like they want
I hate that because I really liked him.
Yeah, they want him to be the star of this show. And you got him, you got Odunze, you got Colston Loveland, who's looking another like he's going to take another leap forward. You got 2 great running backs in Monungai and DeAndre Swift, who really very good, who complement each other very well. It's a good team, man. It's a really good team, and I think 9.5. If everyone does, or even most of the people grow the way they're supposed to, this should be an easy over. All right, what do you got next?
All right, let's go with the Green Bay Packers. They came in second last year at 9-7-1. Oh, I feel pretty good about this one. 9.5.
Oh, so I was thinking it was going to be 8.5, but that doesn't necessarily mean. That's tough. And that's like the perfect number for them.
Really? Well, when I say I felt good about it, I mean I'm pretty low on the Packers. That seems like a high number to me. I would easily take the under here. And the under is actually plus money. Wow. So it seems like a lot of Packer fans are betting on them. Remember, Micah's not starting the season. I think he's starting on the short-term IR to start the year, right?
I agree. I agree. I think the Packers under, because remember, I mean, I thought it was 8.5, and I honestly thought like the number was probably like 8 is where I thought they would probably land. So if I thought they were under at 8.5, I mean, give me the money at 9.5.
They
So yeah,
lost
I
a
really
couple
like that.
pieces at wide receiver this year, like a lot of production. There's some uncertainty with Josh Jacobs. You know, they seem to be proceeding with him as if he will be there the full year, but we don't know that for certain because of the off-field issues. Micah's not starting the year. I don't know, man. They lost
They're
Kenny Clark
really
last
banking.
year. They lost Rayshon Gary. I
It's
don't
so
know why we
interesting.
think that's a 10-win team.
There's a question mark in almost every offensive position, or in terms of skill. We don't know about Josh Jacobs' future in terms of suspension. Jaden Reed is always hurt. Christian Watson always hurt. Marcus Golden, not Marcus Golden. What's his name? What's the
Matthew
guy's
Golden.
name? Matthew Golden.
He's going to
Marcus
be
Golden?
a superstar.
Yeah, Matthew Golden. A lot of talent. Didn't really produce last year as much as
He
we
was
thought
not
in a
productive
crowded
at
wide
all.
receiver room.
Good
But a lot
playoff
of
game,
coaches
though.
are saying, lot of coaches are saying he's taking that year 2 jump. So it's a lot of like projection, and Tucker Kraft coming off a really bad injury last year. So a lot of what ifs. And I know we
Yeah.
just said what ifs for the Bears, but I feel like their what ifs are more
But
like
they proved
they
it
have a
last year.
solid foundation. Yeah, they have a solid foundation to improve on, whereas the Packers are like almost behind the 8 ball and hoping to get to status quo. And that's kind of scary. So I'm gonna say under.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that one. Yeah, and I mean that's plus money too. So we're actually, I
Yeah,
think
oh,
we're both kind of
absolutely.
going against what Vegas is saying.
Oh, I'm loving this too. This is gonna be a great one we cook up.
All right. Wow. Wow. Okay. So the third place team actually is the Minnesota Vikings, right?
Yeah.
Minnesota over or under 8.5. Ooh, that's a really good line to me. Ooh,
Oh,
that's a good one. I probably wouldn't, like,
darn,
honestly,
that's good.
I wouldn't bet this one because it's a really good line. I have no idea. Like, it could go either way. Look, the defense was really good, and yeah, they lost Jonathan Grenard, right? You know, hopefully
Yeah.
that's a big loss because that means, he
Eagles do
looked pretty
well.
good
Yeah.
in Philly, but I still feel pretty good about their defense. I don't expect that to go, too much different, but they were elite last year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, is this just a reflection on Kyler? Is that what this is? If you think
I
it's
just
over,
wonder. Yeah, I really do think if Kyler starts and plays well, then it'll be an over. It's just
the
because the defense
quarterback
should be
play,
good.
the quarterback play was so bad last year, and they still won 8 games. Like, what if they just got average play? Sorry, they won 9 games. They were over 9. They were over 500. They went 9-8 with terrible
Ugh.
quarterback play.
Geez, I really don't want to bet this. If you were to hold my feet to the fire at 8.5, I'd say they get 9 and squeak the over.
I'm with you.
And
That's exact. I wouldn't bet it, and I wouldn't feel good about it. But I would, if I had to choose, I would choose 9, and that's over eight and a
yeah,
half.
yeah. Oh, and by the
Um,
way, I'm writing down all of our answers and responses so we can reflect back later.
good, good.
All right,
For
what's
whatever
next?
it's worth, that's a minus 110. So that appears to be the
Okay.
favorite is to go over.
Wow.
And last one, which, man, this is crazy. The last place team. Am I reading this right? Oh no, wait, I think that's a typo. Last place team, the Detroit Lions, 10.5.
Ooh.
That's a lot for a last place team. That's got to be a record.
It basically comes down to, do you think the Lions or the Bears are going to win the division? I don't know.
What was the Bears 9.5?
Yes, and we said
So the
over.
Lions had the highest over under? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is because looks like they weren't that well. They were the lowest team last
They were the
year.
last place
It's
team,
good,
and they
but
got the highest over under. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Their defense still has a lot of question marks. I mean, I,
Where did they get better? Did they on
I mean,
defense?
I don't think they did. I mean, I think their path to success is just the defense just not being obliterated and nuked with like all the injuries. Did they bring in anyone to replace Terry and Arnold? Like, or is it just next guy up? Like, I don't
If
like
they did,
that's
it would be
bad.
like it'd be like an Eli Apple type guy who
That's what
just
I'm saying. Like,
we
yeah,
recognize the name, but he's like not good.
you know what I'll say? Like,
I don't think they have though.
I don't know. I don't know if I could. I don't know how good I feel about 10.5, but I'd be hitting every over in the games of like total score in every game they play.
Oh, they're
Like
gonna be a
every
fun
point,
team to watch, definitely.
it's gonna be a shootout because it seems like that's gonna be this high scoring because their defense isn't gonna stop anyone and their offense is just gonna put up tons of points because that's what they do.
Seemed like
Um,
last year losing Ben Johnson was pretty critical for them. They now brought in Drew Petzing, former Cardinals OC for the last 3 years.
hmm
We'll see. I mean, I think most Cardinal fans would say good luck with that.
you know what?
I think
I
I'm
think
taking
that's a
the under.
problem. I was about to
Yeah,
say,
I
I was
think
gonna
I'm
say,
gonna
I
take.
think Petzing. Yeah, I think the Petzing addition is going to backfire, and I think their offense is going to be about like 85 to 90% of what it could be, and with a defense that may not be able to hold a lot of opponents back, I think you're going to want to get 100% of your offense to get to 11 wins, and I think that's just going to be a stopping point. I think the talent is great on offense,
Yeah,
but it'll overcome some coaching deficiencies. I mean, talent can do that sometimes, but I just he's not Ben Johnson. And when we
no,
saw when Dan Campbell takes over, his offense is very vanilla. It's just hand the ball off to Jameer Gibbs, which is great. But Jameer Gibbs is best when he's used with creativity, as all players are. And just handing him the ball 27 times, that's not how you get the best out of Jameer Gibbs. You get the best out of Jameer Gibbs when you give the ball like to him 18 times and maybe he gets like 6 catches for something. Like that's kind of where I see Jameer being the most effective, not being someone who's getting the ball like 30 times a game. I feel like you're just, adding tread or like making, getting the tires, the tread on the tires are going to wear thin when you have a running back like that. So, especially since they paid him today,
yeah, top running back in NFL history, APY.
but not in
I saw
guaranteed
something
money.
where, I saw something where so his was like 3 years, 67.5 million. But then like back in the day, Marshall Falk got like 7 years, 43 million. Can you imagine giving any running back a 7 year contract at any point? Like in like today's age? No, we would never. We wouldn't even do that
Did
for
teams just
Jeremiah
not
Love, who's young.
It's so crazy. Did teams back then just not know how steep and quick running backs fell off a cliff? Like,
I just don't
did
think
they
they
not
did.
recognize that? They had to have known. It's so weird. All right, what division you want to go next?
All right, let's go to the NFC South
All
and
right.
let's do the Carolina Panthers. I believe that's the team playing
Ooh.
right now who is about to get on offense. Last year's division winner. Oh, this is funny. Uh 7.5.
Oh. And how
You
many
want to
did they have
hear
last year? 8?
the more disrespectful part? The under is minus 136. So like for them to go under, like it's not just 7.5. Most people are actually betting on the under.
Is it okay? Here's what I think. I think it's equal parts people not believing in Carolina, but a lot of people probably think that whoever wins this division just goes 500 or about 500. And I think those are just not who they think is going to be the team that's 500. Like, I think there's other teams that are a little more like, I guess, sexy right now, like the Saints or the Bucks, and I think those teams probably, if I were to guess, I don't see the over unders yet. Their over unders are probably around 8.5 as well. and they probably are all betting the overs on those teams instead. So I'm thinking that's where that comes from. They're just not the sexy pick of the NFC South right now. They had a lot of come from behind victories last year and a lot of like close one possession wins, and they still only got 8 wins. I this is a make or break year for Bryce Young. So
Yeah.
me saying the under basically spells the end for Bryce Young. I can't imagine them winning 6 games and saying, "Yeah, you're our future." So, just on the basis of a guy being desperate and a guy having weapons like Tetero and McMillan, and the running backs seem to be getting better with Jonathan Brooks, and they seem to be kind of starting to build a little bit of something around them. I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 8 or 9. Okay, because I think Bryce Young has something to prove, and if he doesn't, he's probably gonna get traded or cut. So like I'm just gonna this is it for him. So I'm
So I do
gonna
believe
hit my wagon.
he's entering year 4, and they did pick up his 5th-year option. So they have his rights for the next 2 years. I don't think a bad year is going to keep them from drafting a quarterback, but that's for a different podcast. I
I
wouldn't
don't
bet this
know.
one because I think they're going to be right at 7 and 8, like, in that win range. I was leaning the under.
Go under. Yeah,
They
you can say under. Yeah,
they made a couple moves on defense though that make me feel a little bit better. I could see them messing around and getting 8 wins. I'll take
all
the
right.
over. No, you know what? Nope. Give me the under. I don't feel good about it.
There we go. Let's disagree. Tanner under, John over. I was about to say we can't do that thing again. All right. All right. Tanner over, John. Yeah. Tanner under, John over. Got it.
Let's
All
just say
right.
the
Next up.
Panthers are not going to be a team of this podcast. All right, second place team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 8.5.
Yep. I knew it. I knew it'd be somewhere in the middle.
I feel pretty good about this one. I'm going to take the over on this one. I feel pretty good.
Is it concerning to you that Baker Mayfield is so like publicly outspoken about the fact he doesn't have a contract right now? And do you think that'll like negatively impact the season?
What's the opposite of that? Because that's how I feel. I
You think he's
actually,
motivated?
in in the sense of we're just trying to predict over unders. I love a motivated Baker Mayfield. I feel like this is where he's at his best.
That's true. He can make a lot of money if he plays really well this year.
I think he knows that he's got 2 franchise tags in his back pocket, and so I think he feels pretty secure with that. But I love a motivated Baker.
All right. Well, you convinced
I
me.
like the Bucks. I know they lost Mike Evans. That hurts. That like I really like. I wish he would have stayed there. I don't know. I still like Emeka Ibuka. Chris Godwin. Hopefully he's healthy. That's still a good wide receiver duo. They got a good offensive line. Ruben Bain. He's angry.
Ooh.
Yeah, I trust him. I I think this might be my division pick too. So that's another reason why I feel confident. Yeah,
Okay.
we get those 8-win division winners every now and then, but it's not common. So if I think they're
I
going to
think
win
as
the
long as
division,
Baker stays, healthy, which I don't think he was all the way healthy last year, I think they do
I think he was
easily
banged up.
cruise past. I think they easily cruise past 8.5. I mean, a lot of guys were banged up for them last year. Bucky Irvin, their young star running back, was hurt most of the year. Emeka Ibuka was nursing a hamstring injury for like the second half of the year. Mike Evans was hurt all year. Chris Godwin was in and out all year. Like, it just wasn't a good season for them health wise. So if they can maintain their health this year, I think they do have a good chance to easily blow past 8.5. I feel good about it. I think you talked me into it. All right, what do you got?
All
Who's
right.
up next?
Third place team. Ooh, this is pretty disrespectful. The Atlanta Falcons at 6.5.
Ooh, give me the under.
I think so. Yeah, I think I'm
Give
a
me the
Falcon
under.
hater this year.
Give me the under.
I like that
Tua.
they got Kevin
Nope.
Stefanski, but that's about it.
It's,
Like,
it's the first year of a rebuild, bud. Get used to it.
yeah. They got the two
Like
lefties. They got Tua and they got Michael Penix. I
that's
think
crazy
Penix is
how you
hurt.
have left.
I don't think Penix starts healthy, and I think Tua's already banged up.
Yeah, it's not looking good for. It's so sad. In a way, they're very Cardinals-ish with like their offensive weapons that they have.
Yeah,
They just don't have
I
like
would agree.
they just don't have a quarterback to lead the charge. It's really kind of
Drake
crazy how do
London,
you have.
Bijan
Yep,
Robinson, Kyle Pitts. That's
yep.
a good little trio to have.
Yeah, it's very Cardinals-ish. I
Yeah,
don't know. Maybe their line isn't as good. I don't know how their line's held up. I know they all used to have like first round picks on every like spot in their line, but that was like 10 years ago. I feel like so I don't
right,
know what's
right.
happened to them. But yeah, they seem like a team that's kind of going through a transition. They definitely need to keep those three pieces, but there's still a lot of work to be done. The defense is solid, but listen, those quarterbacks there's a lot of work there. I mean, the path I can see is like maybe two. See, I can't even like hang my hat on Tua, man. Like one bad hit and he's done. He's not mobile. Like I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Stefanski's not necessarily like it's funny. It's so interesting because like we saw that like Mike McDaniel wasn't like we don't need a Tua to make Mike McDaniel's offense work, but Tua may have needed a Mike McDaniel to not
Yep,
die.
I
Okay,
agree.
because like Tua like needs someone to get the ball out of his hands fast, and that was Mike McDaniel. I'm gonna hope that like Stefanski with like his like play action and rollouts, like I don't know if that's Tua. Like it doesn't sound like Tua. So we'll see how he is on the run. Like I don't really see Tua as someone who's good off his spot. So I hope he makes it through the year. So under 6.5 because I think that quarterback situation is gonna tank him. All right, go ahead. What do you
Right
got?
there with you.
Oh,
Last place,
I got
The New Orleans Johns.
yes.
We got the Saints 7.5.
Over, baby. Over. Over. The shuck train never stops. Shuck everyone. Go shuck yourself. We're going to the moon. Tyler Shuck, the 29-year-old second year quarterback. He's not that old. He's like 26 or 27, but he feels. I was
That's
looking
an
at his
old year
sleeper.
two guy though.
Yeah, I was looking at his sleeper account. I'm like, dang, he's already 27. What the heck? I was like, what? I was like, he's a rookie. Like, what happened? But no, I loved what I saw in Tyler Shuck last year. The dude had moxie. He was making great throws. He was getting destroyed in the pocket, but he hung in there and made the good throws when he needed to. Man, they upgraded on offense. They got Chris Olave back. Jordan Tyson, I think, is going to be a top 10 receiver at some point in his career. He's looking healthy, knock on wood. I mean, they got, Travis Etienne, Alvin Kamara. They got a lot. They got Bryce Lance, I think, Bryce Lance, right? The fast guy from North Dakota State. I
Yep.
love this offense. I think it's a high flying group. I've heard nothing but great things from New Orleans Saints camp. I think as long as the defense can hold itself together, again, 7.5 isn't a huge number. Okay. I don't need the defense to play great. I just need them to play average. I think this offense has top 10 potential. And I think they're easily going to cruise past 7.5.
To me, they're like the Lions light. I think they're gonna be a real fun team to watch. I don't know what to expect with their defense, but I do like the pieces that they have on offense. I I like Kellen Moore. I'm excited to see what he can do. He's definitely got a young core in offense to work with, so maybe this is, just what he's going to be committing to work with for the next 3 to 5 years. I think I'm going to take the over. I think this might be my second
Dude,
place team.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I really like Tyler Shuck. Like I think there's a chance that this dude like throws easily into the 4,000 yards. Like I definitely think this guy has like good chance to be I was gonna say a long starting quarterback in the NFL, but he's already 26. I don't know. Let's just hope for like 5 good years from Tyler Shuck. I'll take 5 good years. So we'll see. But so far so good out of Saints camp. They're looking pretty good. All right, cool deal. Halfway through the conference, what we got next?
Did we only have one disagreement? Was that it?
The only disagreement we've had so far is the Panthers. I said over, you said under. So my
Okay.
NFC South is going to look weird. They're going it's going to be like 8, 9 and 10 as like the or 8, 8 and 10 or something. I don't know. That's a good NFC South. That's probably the best NFC South division we've seen in years.
Well, what's funny is that you were saying like, oh, they're all probably going to be about the same. I think everyone was between 6.5 and 8.5. Like everyone was real close.
Yeah.
All right, let's start in the NFC East
Let's
with
do it.
our Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh,
10.5.
Eagles. What do we got? Oh, oh. Over, baby. Eagles. Eagles. Yeah, I'm going over.
I mean, we already
I
predicted a
still,
14-3 record, so we have
I know.
to.
It'd be really dumb for me to like actually go back on that, but I don't
Uh-oh,
buy the
first
division.
touchdown of the season.
Oh boy, who was it?
It was first and goal on the half-yard line. Cardinals. Not a Carson Beck tush push. We just
Was it like
handed it
Michael
off to
Carter?
a running back who may or may not make the roster.
Oh, cool. All right, there we go. All right, so 10.5. Oh God. I don't love the Giants or the Commanders right now. Still, I think they're both garbage. So I think that's an
Neither does our
easy
friend
three to
Austin.
four. Yep, I think this is an easy 3 to 4 wins from that group. I don't think we play like that tough of a schedule. I think actually we have like one of like the eighth easiest schedule in the league somehow, even after winning the division last year. So I do think the schedule will like play out favorably for us, hopefully, assuming there's no injuries or weird wild card teams that start like really good when they shouldn't have been. So I think we should get 11 wins. I'm feeling really good about this offense, and the defense, from all accounts, are looking like a top 3 defense again. So I think just the defense being that good, and if the offense can just be like a little better than last year, I think this is an easy over.
I think I'm with you. This is gonna be my. I think it's gonna be my division winner, but I know I toyed around with the Cowboys. I think this is a team that's going to be in contention for the one seed in the NFC. Um, I think they're going to be right there with the Rams, and we'll just have to see what the Rams schedule looks like to see if we want to
Yeah,
how much confidence we have in them. So if they're going to be toying around with the 1 or 2 seed, I feel good that they could get at least 11 wins. So give me the over.
it might be one of those
The,
situations where like the Eagles win the 1 seed just because the NFC South, NFC West teams beat each other up.
yeah, no,
Like
exactly.
yeah.
It could
All
be
right,
a
who's up
scenario
next?
where like, hey, like we think the Rams are better, but they are the 2 seed.
Yeah,
But
of course,
uh,
that's totally
all
possible.
right, let's go with who came in second last year. Was it the Cowboys? It was the Cowboys. Cowboys 9.5.
Woo! How about them Cowboys? That's a high number for Dallas.
That is a high number with a team with a
Ah,
questionable defense. I know I'm high on them. I just said I might pick them to win the division. Ugh.
I don't know
The
how I
under is
can pick a
minus
team to win.
140
How can I pick a team to win 10 games with a defense that historically bad from last year? I know
because the
they added a
offense is
lot of
that
pieces,
historically good.
and they added some pieces on defense, and they added a new coach.
I think I'm
I,
gonna go over. I think they're gonna get 10 or 11.
I think I'll
And
do
I
over as
hate to do
well.
it. Oh, you
No,
are?
I still, no, actually do. I think they will be like a 10-win team. I think they'll be like one of the like the fifth or the sixth wild card team, or like the fifth or the sixth seed. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
I
And
think, I
and,
mean, 10 wins
and
will get you probably the 5 or 6 seed.
the defense just has to be a little bit better. That's all they really have to be. If they can get to like not even average, but like I don't know,
That's my
20,
argument. If you could go from
like
32
24th.
to 24, yeah, so we're right on line here. You don't have to go
Exactly.
from
Yeah.
30. You don't have to go from 32 to 10. 24 is going to be a huge improvement.
Yeah,
And I have a lot
yeah.
of confidence the offense is going to still be elite. I mean, that's going to be a top 5 offense.
Yes, they have to be. There's no room for regression in offense
Yeah.
world. They have to stay good. If they don't stay good, that is the heartbeat of that team. If there's any sort of injury, if there's any sort of like weird Dak regression because he's getting older, that'd make things a lot harder. Because there's
Did you hear the acronym the offense gave themselves?
what was it?
So you know how like GOAT is greatest of all time? So they
Yes.
gave themselves GOATI, GOTI, greatest offense there is. Isn't that cheesy?
Yeah. Wow, that is
Yeah.
pretty cheesy. I saw
Yeah.
there was a tweet that said First Take, the show on ESPN, has debated the Super Bowl chances for the Cowboys every day this week, or it was like last. They did it every day
Really?
last week, and I'm like, wow, that
That's
doesn't show
gross.
exactly where we're. It doesn't show where we're at in terms of like sports media. My goodness,
And yet they get really good ratings and that hurts. Like I want
it's
them to be
disgusting.
penalized for it and they're not.
Ugh. I know. Talk about the Cardinals and Eagles. Make it hard on yourselves.
No, we don't need any more competition. All right,
All
let's
right, who's
do
up?
the
Giants,
Washington
Giants or Commanders?
Commanders.
All right, all right.
7.5.
Under.
Yeah, my gut was under as well.
Under. If you're having to rely on Stephon Diggs this late or this late in the offseason to be your wide receiver too, listen, I heard people were talking him up on ESPN. They're like, he's still efficient and he's still good. And I'm like, I saw him in New England. He was okay. He was completely
Really? I've
okay.
actually heard some pretty advanced analytics of how good he actually was. So he only played like 58% of the snaps in New England, but he was finishing like top 10, top 20 in like catches, yards, and stuff.
Is he
On
gonna play more than
58%?
58% of the but is he gonna play more? Why was he
So
playing 58% of the snaps?
he was a wide receiver one in New England. He's not going to be that in Washington. Definitely not.
Why was the wide receiver one playing 58% of the snaps?
It's not the
That's my
strongest group in New England. I don't know.
that's my well, that tells me that the
That
dude
would
gets
suggest you would
gassed.
play more.
That tells me he gets gassed and he's old and he can't keep up. Uh-oh, no, wait a second. I don't know. Should I be questioning the age and can a receiver catch up? And I don't know. Oh no. The old man still got it 2.0.
I,
I just can't wait for Diggs to score a touchdown against the Eagles now.
Diggs is not a Hall of Famer. Don't worry. Or is he?
See, but anyway, all right. Why are we saying under? What was it? 7.5? Why are we saying under?
Because that defense
Yeah,
was not very good last year, and unlike the Cowboys, I don't know how much they've done to improve.
they got
That
Sonny
was an.
Styles.
I really like Sonny Styles. I actually would have considered him at number 3. I was that high on him.
I just don't think Sonny Styles moves the needle on the defense as a whole as much as
I
say
think
an
it's a
edge
good pick,
rusher.
but I don't think it makes it. Yeah, I don't think it moved the needle.
No,
And
like
on
it's a
offense,
good
they're
piece
very
to
old.
have. Very old, and they got older. And I just
Imagine
don't
if
know
you
what they're
told a
gonna do.
Commanders fan going into the NFC Championship game that these are the expectations in year 3. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah, they wouldn't believe themselves. They wouldn't
no.
believe it. It'd be impossible
Yeah.
to believe. I just don't get it. I mean, and you got look, Jane
I
Daniels.
think this is a candidate for being one of our 3 picks because I think we both feel pretty confident this is an under team.
Jaden Daniels worries me with his size. I think
Yep.
I've said this before, but like I remember like saying in the past, like, I don't really get the quarterbacks being a certain size thing matters. And I think Jaden Daniels made me finally understand why it matters. The dude, but I think it matters when you have a certain play style. He doesn't
Yeah.
play like he's a twig. Like he doesn't play like he's built like a stick. You know what I mean? He plays like he's built like Carson Wentz, and that gets him hurt. I didn't even like when Carson Wentz played like Carson Wentz. It got him hurt. so like
Imagine
so
adding like 20 to 30 pounds on Jaden. That'd feel a lot better.
yeah, like I'm not loving it, man. Like if he stays healthy, sure. I don't think they're doing enough to support him, like in terms of like getting the talent around him that they need. I wonder about Terry McLaurin long term. Like it really, you want to talk about a guy who's like kind of wasted his career. like in like a spot and like that hasn't really
He's
done,
really good, but it feels like he hasn't played in many meaningful games.
Yeah, he reminds me of like
Don't say
if there's
Fitz.
like the Hall, yeah, or I was gonna say like well, at least Fitz made it to the Super Bowl. I was gonna say more like Andre Johnson, like like the Hall of
Yeah,
Pretty Goods version of Andre Johnson. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I like
Like
that.
he's not Andre Johnson, but like he's really good and just knowing it. You never want to take him on your fantasy team, but like, but like he's good. I don't know. I don't know. All right, what do you got
I think
now?
I'm with you.
The Giants.
They're finally finishing up with the G-men. 7.5. Should I just go ahead and give you the under?
Uh,
Are they even going to win a
hmm.
game?
Oh, okay. Ooh. All right. All right. Here's my prediction. I will give you the over on the Giants.
But
I'll give
just
you the
8.
over. But no, but you're right. Just 8. I will give you literally the over, and I'll say 8-9. John Harbaugh's a good coach. I think he can
That's how
guts
I
and
was going to
guile.
do it.
I think he can guts and guile his way to 8 wins. I don't think they have much of a chance past 8 wins. I would be shocked if it was 9 or higher. Um, but I think if I was betting, I would say 8. And again, this is with the assumption that Jackson Dart stays healthy. Jackson Dart gets hurt. I don't know if the Jameis show can pull that team out from over 7.5 wins. So I'm gonna say over slightly, really low confidence. You're a little higher though. Where do you feel
I am,
you
but I
land?
actually really like your analysis. I mean, it's hard for me to
Hmm.
see a John Harbaugh team be really bad.
And they were bad on
I
defense too.
they got a pretty decent they got a pretty decent roster. I think this comes down to how we feel about Jackson Dart. Is he going to be good? Is he going to be healthy? I, I could see them winning 8 or 9 games, but I'll keep it at that. So give
Okay,
me the
yeah,
over.
that's fair. Yeah. All right, last division, the NFC West, the Thunderdome. Who
All right.
4 teams enter, only 1 team leaves. Who will come out alive? I guarantee you it won't be the Cardinals. All right.
Let's see. Let's start with the Super Bowl champs, the defending
Sure.
champs, the most disrespected Super Bowl champ ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, 12.5.
What?
Yeah, maybe they're not. Well, hold
Wait,
on. Let me refresh. Let me double check that this is right. Let me double check. Let me double checking.
I'll
Double
click on mine
checking.
too. No, it wasn't 12.
10.5. Okay, I think I
Yeah,
scrolled.
yeah.
10.5. I was gonna say that's crazy.
I was about to say, what?
Where did
Was
they
this the
get
'07
worse?
Patriots?
Kenneth Walker.
Offensive
And what
coordinator.
else?
Offensive offensive
Okay,
coordinator.
that could be a big deal. But man, they go from
Losing Kobe,
okay, so
losing two
Tariq
two of
Woolen.
their 3 corners are gone. 2 of their 3 corners are gone, and Kobe Bryant, their third stringer.
Yeah, but they could win 11
Um,
games and still hit the over. They just won. They won 14 last year. That's just what's crazy.
I'm I just think this is a Rams year. Uh God. You said 10. Give me
10
the
and a half.
over, but it wouldn't shock me if it was just
11 or
11.
12. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I'm
I
with
mean,
you.
I'm really feeling the Rams this year, and I do think there will be a step back in the Seahawks' setup. I do. Would it shock me if JSN, like, I think that bold prediction? I think I said like JSN is going to be closer to 1,000 yards than his current season last year.
Yeah.
So I I will see. I think I'll see a step back from him. I think he's great, but I really think Clint Kubiak going to Las Vegas is really going to hurt that team. I think an underrated aspect of the NFL is coordinators being changed in the offseason and how that affects the team the next year. I think we put so much focus on the players being healthy and the players being there or added, and we really fail to see that, like, an offensive coordinator matters. And I know this very intimately because whenever we have a good offensive coordinator in Philadelphia, we seem to do really well. And whenever we don't, the team falls flat on its face offensively. So I don't know. I think, and you can see it in places like Detroit. You saw it in places like Tampa Bay when Liam Cohen left. There are regressions that happen regularly in the NFL when an offensive coordinator jumps ship and leaves. So, yeah, I do expect this guy, whoever took over, to have a little bit of growing pains, and maybe they'll take a step back. But I do think 10.5 is still pretty low for them, and I think they'll squeak by with 11.
I'm
Not
with
high
you.
confidence.
I was gonna bring up, is this gonna be this year's Lions? Like we see a noticeable drop off on offense after losing their top rated offensive coordinator, but I don't think they drop below 11, right? So I
No.
think I'm with you. I'll it's still a lot of wins, but I think I'll take the over. I think
Yeah.
the defense is still
All
going to be very good.
right. Who you got? Who's up
All
next?
right, the LA Rams, I think, is going to both be our division winner. 11 and a half. That's a pretty good number.
Over. I don't even care if it's the
I
highest we
think this might
see.
be
It's over.
this is the best team in the league, I think. So I mean, is
Yeah.
it crazy for
So
them to win
I
at
think
least 12 games?
yeah, I think the Rams are going to be an easy over 11.5. I mean, when you add the like NFL reigning defensive player of the year, you have so much talent on offense. You still have Devontae Adams. You still have Puka Nakua. You still have two really good running backs in terms of efficiency in Blake Corum and Kyron Williams. You got the MVP in Matt Stafford. I mean, my God, what I think you have like 3 highly drafted tight ends in the past 3 years, and you just use them all like like very very evenly spread out, but not give the ball to one of them enough to where they're fantasy viable. I'm looking at you, Terrence Ferguson and Higbee and Kobe Parkinson. And this year, I think they also added a fourth one. I think they added another tight end this year in the draft,
Yeah.
which is even crazy to think. But no, they have a great system. Sean McVay is like the best offensive mind in the league, besides from maybe Andy Reid. And yeah, this is gonna be an easy over at 11.5.
Michael Floor. No,
What do
yeah,
you
no,
think?
I feel good about this one. I think this is the candidate for one of our three.
Okay. It looks like Tanner's having a little bit of difficulties. I don't know if he can hear me,
Uh-oh.
but yeah, I
I can
like the
hear
Rams a
you.
bunch. So if Tanner can't hear me, I guess I'll move on to the last one. Tanner, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to
You
the
can hear
last
me?
one. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, well, just to go back to what you're saying, I actually agreed with everything you said. I think that might be a candidate for one of our top three.
Oh, easily. Easily. All right. Who's up next? The 49ers?
Is San Francisco 49ers, the electrical grid team.
Yes.
Nine
Yes.
and a half. I was a hater last year. I thought they would actually come in last in the division. So I don't know if I want to be too doubtful again, but I think I might. I think I might go under.
Yeah, I'm thinking the under. I mean, they just keep getting hurt. I mean,
Yeah,
I know it's like a meme at this point, but like
that
these
station ain't going
Yank
anywhere.
no, the substation's not going anywhere. For people who are wondering what the heck we're talking about, like they
Carson
practice
Beck
there.
touchdown.
There we go. Who do you throw it
Yeah.
to?
That Fehoko guy. I'm not quite as familiar with him. This is what
Wow,
the
wow.
preseason's for.
That's
Fade route.
right. That's right. Hey, we're the experts. Don't even know who
Yeah.
the touchdown being scored by. Um, no, I think San Fran under is a pretty easy call. I mean, Pearsall's already out for the year. Christian McCaffrey got really lucky with injuries last year. Like he did. Like, are we really banking on 2 healthy back-to-back CMC years? I don't see
I
it.
saw a stat of like guys who have 370 touches and like the regression that every single guy had. Of course, you would expect it to be down, but like it's like a significant
Oh,
number.
I saw it with Saquon last year. It was like
Yeah.
coming off a cliff.
Saquon was one of the examples that was brought up when they
Well, I
said that.
remember seeing that same list when Saquon had that, and I was like, "Nah, Saquon's not good," and it happened. and
Yeah.
it happened. I was thinking to myself, "Oh, we have such a good offensive line that won't matter." It mattered. So yeah, I really think and look, Salah's gone again. The defense is very bereft of talent, and they don't have a stalwart
They brought
defensive
back
coordinator.
Debo. Ugh.
Oh, see, not a good look. Not a good
No,
look. Like even like the guys they're relying on like Dejon Stribling to like contribute, and he's like a rookie, and he's also hurt, and he's also very raw. So like, is he even someone you can like count on to win games down the stretch on? Like he's so young. Oh God, 9.5 seems like a big number. Seems like a 7-8 win team.
yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. All right,
All
what we
right,
got?
let's finish off with the lowest in the NFL, I believe. Are Arizona Cardinals 3.5?
Wait, is this seriously 3.5?
Yeah, I can't
No,
find I can't find 4 wins.
that I that's
I
the
mean, no one's.
lowest I've seen in so. I don't think I've seen a 3.5. That's so low. What's the second one? I'm looking at the AFC ones we had.
Dolphins.
Dolphins was 4.5. Okay, so wow, that
Isn't
was.
that typical of like the worst team is 4.5? Three's and a half's low.
You know what? Just for the tankathon and making sure we get that top pick, let's go under, baby. We're going under. We're getting.
There was
We're,
2 games that we saw. We saw a game against the Raiders and the Jets. That's it, and we're not even guaranteed to win those games.
listen. It's the march for Arch, and we're marching on. We're gonna lose as much as we can.
I'm
We're
real
getting our.
hesitant to use that because I don't know he's coming out, and that would
Yes,
be
he
a real
is.
bummer.
Stop it. Stop it. Alrighty. Or we're gonna be poor for more.
There we go. Oh,
That's right. That's right.
that's actually really good. You
Uh,
just come up with that?
nah, I just did right off the rip.
Wow, that's
Right
pretty
off the
good.
rip. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, I'm here all week. All right. So no, so I'm feeling pretty good about the under there. I mean, it's just,
It's gonna be
and
a
you know what
long
the sad
season.
thing is? It's just that the schedule is ridiculous. The
Yeah,
schedule is ridiculous. Like I'm
it
not
lined
saying
up
it because I think
perfectly.
like I'm not saying it because I think the Cardinals are like the worst team ever. You know, I mean
Oh, I don't think they are either.
they got
I feel
talent.
much worse about the Dolphins.
They got talent. But like that schedule's brutal. Like, and they play in the
Yeah,
hardest division in football. They're not going to get any breaks in that division. They have to play them twice each. I mean, maybe I don't know. The case for over 3.5 is like Marv turns into a generational prospect. Jeremiah Love is Jahmyr Gibbs 2.0 as a rookie, and Trey McBride just continues dominance. And like just from sheer offensive firepower, you guys squeak through and win like 2 extra games you're not supposed to. Like that's the case to get over 3.5. Like those guys just need to go off. And Michael Wilson continues his trajectory. It's so weird because like you guys have such talent on offense, and you think, oh, talent means they're gonna put points. Points means they're gonna win. But they're playing so many good teams. Like there's
yeah.
like it's like fighting against a wet blanket. I don't know. It's tough. Okay. All right. You ready to move on for your? Oh wait, no. We have to come up with our
And let's come up with 3 teams for the pod.
Yeah. So we did like a confidence rating last week. I feel like we can kind of do something similar to that. I think these NFC North ones we had some really strong confidence ratings in. So and I think a couple of them we actually had plus money, and we were pretty confident in. So we said Bears 9.5 over, and that was plus money. What's your confidence score? I'm gonna say 8 on that. At least an 8 out of 10.
I'll say 7.
Okay. Packers under 9.5. Feel good about that under. Also,
Nine and
probably
a half.
I was gonna say
That
7
my
or 8.
confidence rating is 9.5.
And that's also a plus money. Vikings over 8.5. Not super confident. I think I put that at like a
3.
3. Yeah, 3. Not
Yep.
it's like right on the money. Detroit under 10.5. Not feeling great on that. Probably like a 3 or 4. Wow, we are, dude. God, I picked the right podcast partner, or maybe the worst one. I don't know.
Or the worst. I don't know.
See, we're still doing it. All right, NFC South. Panthers 7.5. I said over.
This was a difference one, so I don't think this is going to be a podcast.
It was the only one we had differences in.
Really? Wow.
The
That's
only
lame.
It is lame.
Yeah, definitely not.
So yeah, it doesn't work out. Buccaneers over both.
What was the number?
Eight and a
Nine and a
half.
half?
Eight
Eight
and
and
a
a half?
half. Say 5.
It was like 6 or 7.
Okay. Let's go, let's go Falcons under 6.5. Feel pretty good about that. I'll say like 7.
7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2 is I'm not feeling it. See, here's the case though. All right, I forgot to bring this up. The case with the Falcons is the other teams in the division aren't that strong. You know, like could you steal a game from the Bucks? Could you steal a game from the Saints? Could you steal a game from the Panthers? Sure. There's 3. You know, now all
Yeah.
you have to do is win 4 somewhere else. So like that's I don't know. That's I feel like that's the case. Is just prey on some of the other weaker division foes. But no, I still feel like it's an under. Saints over 7.5. Give me like a 9. Give me like a 9 on that one.
I'll say a 6 for me.
Oh, all right. All right. NFC East, Eagles 10.5. So we both said over. I'm gonna say,
I'll say 7.
yeah, I'm gonna
7,
say
maybe 8.
7. I think 7.
Catch me
Yeah,
on the right day.
yeah, 7. Cowboys over 9.5.
5.
6. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, 5 or 6. Yeah. Commanders under 7.5. Feel pretty good about that.
9.
I was gonna say 7. So yeah, I think that's a good one between us. Giants over 7.5, but it was barely over. So I'll say like a 4,
3.
3 or
Yeah.
4. NFC West 10.5 Seahawks, both over.
I'm actually gonna say like a 5. Is that
Yeah,
low?
yeah. Well, it's because we thought they'd be like 11. So
Yeah.
yeah, 5. LA Rams 11.5 over. Give me like a 7. Not
I was
crazy.
gonna say
Like a
7.
7. Like
It's
that's
a
a
lot.
high number. That's a high number.
Matthew Stafford's back, flares up in week 4.
It's
You
over.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah. Ty Simpson's gonna come in and is he even the backup or is it Stetson? I don't even know.
Technically, McVay said he's competing for the backup job.
That's not
So
good.
yeah,
Good. Good.
it's not what you want to hear.
No, the guy you traded up for. Did they trade? They did they, or did you
They
just?
technically traded for the pick, but not in the way I think you mean.
Okay. San Fran 9.5 under. That's tough because they could still
5.
5. Yeah, and Arizona both under
9.5.
9.5. Okay.
Maybe 10.
All right. So I think our 3 that we lined up.
I
On
think
the
we
road-
should exclude the Eagles and the Cardinals
That's fine.
because
Yeah.
obviously we're going to be monitoring them all year.
Duh. Yeah.
The ones that stood out to me, the first one was the Packers. I feel really good about them being under.
Okay.
The Falcons were a team. I don't know if it's as much fun to pick the unders, but I felt good that they were also going to be an under.
And then the Commanders
Who-
were also wait. So we did 3 overs
Yeah.
last week. Can we do 3 unders this week?
You know what? I say we do it.
Maybe. How about we do that? Yeah. Why
Okay,
not?
because we were both very confident on the Commanders.
Listen, I'm
being
going to
on
be
the under.
following my Saints. All right. I'm going to be following my Saints, my Shucks. Okay. My New Orleans Shucks. All right. So how about we do this? We will do Packers under 9.5. We'll do Falcons under 6.5. And then we'll do Commanders under 7.5. All right.
We'll do
So
it.
that sounds good. So there you go. I don't know what the numbers are. While we do the extra point, I'll be figuring out what the numbers are on that one. But
Okay.
yeah, so let's go ahead and move on.
I'll start with mine.
Yeah, let's move on to the extra point.
The extra point.
All right, you're up. Go ahead, Tanner.
Oh, did you play it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you didn't hear it.
So, my extra point this week, in honor of a couple of running backs getting paid, I have a question. Is the market completely just all jacked up for skill positions?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
JSN, I believe he was the most recent guy to top the market. I think he got 42 and a half, 42 and a quarter per year.
Mm-hmm.
But then today, Jahmyr Gibbs gets 22 and a half, almost double. So is your salary not a reflection of how important you are to the team? So, for instance, when you had, say, Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson on the Vikings. They actually made like somewhat similar money, but Justin Jefferson was maybe the best receiver in the league. Kirk Cousins was 8 to 12, but yet they're making the similar money, and it's because the quarterback has more, importance, more of an impact. So my question is, does Bijan Robinson and Jameer Gibbs, if you want to throw in McCaffrey, Saquon, do they not have similar, at least similar impacts than like the JSNs of the world? Am I picking on JSN because he's the offensive player of the year, the reigning oh boy, but um, I don't know, man. Like he's worth twice as much money. I like him.
That is
I just feel
crazy.
like dude, that's a huge gap.
Yeah, the running backs and the wide receivers are definitely getting their like money value kind of screwed up. I think I saw earlier today that like Alec Pierce is making, I don't know.
More than Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, more than John. It just didn't feel right. It didn't
But
feel
like,
right at all.
who's the engine of that offense?
Exactly. I think we're kind of like, yeah, we're kind of like flipping back and forth in terms of like what running backs actually matter or how much they're getting paid. It's just, it goes back to the whole like running backs just aren't getting paid as much as they should be, and that's kind of sad. But I think teams are really looking at it in terms of like a longevity type thing. Like wide receivers just stay around longer, and they're good for longer. Their primes last longer, so theoretically they should be like, I guess, worth more, if that makes sense. So that's why they're getting that kind of like pay bump in terms of the running backs like not getting it. I don't know.
Like, I get it. The risk injury plays a huge factor in this. Why can't we have shorter contract lengths and more guaranteed money? Isn't that the compromise here?
Yeah, you just pay him higher for a shorter time period.
Like, I feel okay. Like Jay said, he's young enough. Give him a 5-year deal. I get that. Maybe these running backs, give them a 3-year deal. But why? Like the APY just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like there needs to be like a separate running back like union. Like they need to come together and say, no, enough's enough. You can't like run us into the ground because the wear and tear on a running back is completely different than a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I just feel like the APYs need to reflect that.
no, I agree. Oh, by the way,
I posed, yeah, go ahead.
I punched it in the bet odds calculator, and we'll give so if you do under 6.5, under 7.5, and under 9.5 for the teams we listed, the Falcons, the Commanders, and the Packers, that is a plus 847 return. $10 would make you let's see, $10 would net you 94. So or you'd get back 94.
Wait a second. Wasn't last week's like 550?
I know this
So
is
we
even
got
better.
really. That's tempting. I
Yeah,
might
yeah,
actually.
it's really, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, maybe we take advantage of that. Anyone out there,
Yeah.
even betting advice, I mean, we just throw out what we think. But no, this is remember, call the number. But but no, what you were saying, yeah, makes sense. Their contract situation is really crazy. I mean, look, a rookie running back has the most guaranteed money in the NFL right now for a running back. He hasn't taken He hasn't
To
taken
be fair,
a
it's 5-year deal, but or 4-year deal. But yes, your point stands. Like that. That's insane. He's
yeah.
never taken a snap.
Reminds me like the old Wild Wild West of draft picks when like Sam Bradford would make like $150 million.
He's the poster. He's the example,
He
isn't
is the
he?
guy for that. Yeah,
He was
made
he
like.
was the last guy because Cam Newton was the next year, and
See,
he was the first guy.
wasn't it like every year, like the quarterback would be like the highest paid quarterback in the league? Wasn't that kind of like the trend? Was he?
It was something like that.
Did they automatically become the highest, or was it like I don't? That's
I
insane.
think contract lengths were also longer too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. All right. So, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I was just gonna say, like, it's not even just the running backs, it's with the tight ends as well. For the same price, I could get Bijan or Jameer Gibbs and like a Trey McBride for the same price as JSN. And I'm like, who would you pick?
I know if you're just talking
Dude,
about
give
like,
me the duo.
yeah, give me the duo. I mean, you're talking
Yeah.
about 2 top 5 positions instead of one. And you honestly, like, could you find See, it's so interesting because I actually I was watching a video. It was like that guy I was showing you, how receivers like are one of the positions that being good is less dependent on other team members around you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if you're good as a receiver, that should be able to be, I guess, transferred over to being good anywhere else in a different system. Just because like you're out on an island making one-on-one moves on like one player at a time, whereas a running back relies on so many things like, the line play, the scheme, so many different variables that, play into your success. I'd imagine a tight end is pretty similar to that. Like, you kind of still need to, you're still closer to line. So you have a lot of other responsibilities, not just catching the ball. So you might not be an assistant that allows you to catch the ball as much. But receivers one where like your success is mostly individualized. So I guess that's another reason why they get paid so much. Like, you're getting a good player because they are good, not because the system is good. And, for running backs, that's not always guaranteed. Now, look, some running backs is easy to see. Like Gibbs runs a 4.2. Saquon can do reverse hurdles. Bijan can like cut on a dime. So like some running backs are very easily identifiable as just better than others, but there are, most good running backs are, beneficiaries of good systems. And that's fine. That's good. It means the offense is running well. It means you have a good head coach. It means the team's doing well. Doesn't mean the guy deserves like top dollar money though. And that's why it sucks, because it kind of ruins it for everyone else.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the position. That's why you had guys go in like the second and third round. Yeah, that's why Le'Veon Bell lasted for like the second or third round, when like if you were to put Le'Veon Bell in a 1990s draft, he's going first overall. You know what I mean? He's going
100%.
second
Yeah.
overall. But Le'Veon Bell, like there was that weird period where running backs are so devalued that like Howie Roseman was plucking them off teams for fifth round picks like DeAndre Swift because they didn't want to pay him. And then all of a sudden you got the Le'Veon Bells, like I said, going in the second and third round. But yeah, it's just how it works. All right. Here's my extra point. You're going to hate this. In fact, I'm picking this.
The grocery store?
No, I'm picking this because I know you'll hate this. All right. I think, and I can't wait. I think we as a society need to move past the idea of like wrinkles mattering in a shirt or like shorts or like pants. I think the idea of like, like having like a perfectly ironed shirt is just completely dumb. I think it's like a holdover of a bygone era of like, like first impressions matter, son. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's completely ridiculous. And you want to know why? I didn't iron this. There's no wrinkles on this right now. Looks fine. At least I can't see any. Looks completely okay. I wore the most wrinkled shirt yesterday at the beach. All right. And it was fine within 10 minutes because
You're at the beach.
I was at the beach, but it was wrinkled. I think as soon as you wear a shirt for like 15 to 20 minutes, it's fine. No one's looking at it. No one cares. Tanner, we live together. And I know that you probably have a very different opinion to this. So go ahead. First off, explain how much you feel about the wrinkling. What do you still do the thing that I'm about to ask, or do you still do that? Do you still do the thing that I'm alluding to? Go
I
ahead.
don't iron it. I don't iron and steam as much as I used to.
As much.
No.
As much. What does as much mean?
But if something's wrinkled, I will steam it or do what I need to do to get the wrinkles out.
Now, if it's a special occasion, now I want everyone to know, like, I got a wedding coming up, I will be steaming and ironing those things. Okay. Like I did it like a year ago. I steamed it for, I think it was my own wedding or something, but whatever.
Would you wear a shirt with a hole in it?
No.
Why'd you have to think?
Right, because I thought that was a silly question. Why would I?
I guess my point is.
It was a.
But then why? Like why? Why is that any different?
Because a hole is, you can see through the shirt and you can see like your stomach.
And
A wrinkle is still fabric that is covering your body.
Right, but it's still like you're trying to like give off some kind of like, how do I say this?
Go
You,
ahead.
you do care about your appearance to a
Oh
certain
yeah,
level,
yeah.
but you're drawing the line at like wrinkles. Like I'm not saying that a wrinkle is equal to a hole in the shirt. I'm just saying the reason why you don't go out with a hole in the shirt is like similar to why you don't want to have a completely wrinkled shirt, like it's been at the bottom of the pile.
When
Like
was the
there is
last? Here's
an
my question.
appearance and that you're
Here's my
trying to
question.
give off.
Here's my question. When was the last time that you saw someone with a wrinkled shirt and noticed it to the point that you still remember it today?
I mean, I don't
See?
know if that's fair.
See? I think it is. I think it is. I think in a world where
When was
like
the last time you saw someone with a hole in their shirt and you remember it to this day?
I don't care. No, I
Because
don't.
people don't do it
Well,
because they got more sense to them.
no, Tanner, or it just doesn't matter. See, that's what my original point was.
So what does matter?
Nothing. no, no. What matters is you're like, not a jerk. I guess I don't know. As long as you like act fine and you have good body language and you're not being a
But we're
jerk to other people.
humans.
What does
We
that?
we ju- we judge people.
What does
We
that?
judge people. The first thing we do is judge with our eyes.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. I don't notice wrinkles to the point to where I'm judging. I guess I don't know. I don't see wrinkles to the point of like, oh, I see a wrinkle there. What else? What a slob.
If you went to the dentist and your dentist had yellow teeth, how confident would you feel?
I'd be a little nervous, but then again, I feel like people's upbringing can sometimes lead to those types of things that are at that point irreversible. I mean, what if the dentist had a really rough childhood and he didn't have any sort of say in his teeth's hygiene, and then by the time he became a dentist, there was no way to fix it?
I mean, I guess there are like veneers. I mean, like this idea that they
Oh,
can't
okay,
fix it.
shave down your teeth.
Well, the idea that they can't like
I mean,
I
veneers
don't
aren't
know
really your
that.
teeth. Well, veneers aren't really your teeth though. Like that, they're
Okay,
fakes.
what if like how football teams have like strength and conditioning coaches? What if yours looked like completely overweight?
Okay, well,
Like
I think the point you're making is like you would have to
appearance
align that.
matters.
Well, yeah, but you keep saying like specific thing for that specialty of that person, right? Like, oh, teeth for a dentist or a weak strength and conditioning coach. I'm just saying wrinkles. Like that could be on anybody.
Right, I'm using an extreme example to like prove a point, but not necessarily make a direct apples to apples comparison. Yes, you got me.
Okay.
I'm just saying like there is some, I think there's a value in like still presenting yourself to society looking somewhat put together. I'm not saying like, when I go hang out with you, I'm not embarrassed. I'm just saying I think there's value in still like presenting yourself nice. Makes you feel good, whatever
Yeah,
that's worth.
I hear you. All right,
But
Tanner.
like, if you feel just as good with with a wrinkled shirt, then I'll be the one who looks better, and then I'll just take it.
All right, we finished early today, guys. But guys, again, thanks for joining us. And this was Tanner, and that's John, and this is Birds Coast to Coast. Later, guys.